everyone, it's Melissa. Today I am going to talk about my May favorites. I've never been one to do many favorites. I kind of forget about doing it, but I thought I would really like to because it sort of reminds me of what I really liked for the month and what I'll use, because I think about things, but it also sometimes can associate certain things with the memory. So I'm going to try to start doing them a little more often when I can remember. So the first thing, May was a really good month for me. I had so many things that were realized, so many things I had always wanted to do my whole life, and just so many things that I had been longing to do, I was able to do in the month of May. And it's just something I'll never forget. The first thing is I got to go to England and see so many things that I had always dreamed of seeing as a child. And I did a video about it, which I'll link below. But that was just such a wonderful experience. And also go along with that, one of my favorites of May was getting to meet Nisha, Sugar Puff and Fluff. What an amazingly beautiful, funny, talented, good-hearted, open, stunningly beautiful woman she is. I don't have enough adjectives to describe how much I think of her and how wonderful I think she is. In fact, Kristen, my friend Kristen 321 and I, we are tempted to get in the car and drive to New York when Nisha comes over here. Nisha is going to do a meet-up with Angie of Hot and Flashy in New York, and we are so tempted to get in the car and drive up there and go to the meet-up so that we can meet them, because those are two women. I would love to see Nisha again, and I would love to be able to meet Angie. So, I'm just such a huge fan of both of them. So, if I can be away from Doug long enough, Kristen said that she would go but my thing is, it's hard for me to be away from Doug, so I will try, but maybe we can make that trip up there and see Angie and Nisha. I would love to. So that was just such a huge favorite for me. Okay, and so getting more into things now. These are a pair of shoes that I just wore the whole month. I love them. I put them on Instagram. I got them at Asos. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce it. And they are called Swirl lace-up heels. I like them because I wear so much black and white. And so I wore these several times this month, and everywhere I went, people were just like, that is the most fantastic pair of shoes, because I would have on just a simple color and a neutral color outfit, and then these really bold color shoes. So I really enjoyed these shoes this month. The next thing is some dry shampoo. I picked up a small thing of it, a travel size, to take to England with us, and I was amazed at how well this shampoo performed. It's the Elizabeth and James Black Nirvana dry shampoo. And I went back and I used it all up and got a large thing of it. Not only does it clean, but it makes your hair smell so wonderful. Now, you can't wear any other perfume with this, so if you like the Black Nirvana, you're going to love this, but it would clash, I would think, with any other kind of perfume, because I notice as you walk through your day, and you can get a whiff of it, kind of floating through the air. So it wouldn't be good for that, but I was amazed at how much body it gave me. I was really worried about my hair in England because I didn't have room to take all my gadgets and hair utensils and things like that. But I used this at the Roots, and it just did a fantastic job every morning. I really, really enjoyed it a whole lot. So I do want to keep this on hand. And the next one is something that I've had for a really long time, but I got it back out again this month, I think because, the weather was turning warm. And I will type it down below or underneath here, because I know it's hard to understand what it is with my accent. It's the Illamasqua blush in Zygomatic. And it is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blush. and just gives a little glow. And so what I do is just kind of put it on the tops of my cheeks right here. And it really gives a subtle glow. It isn't too over the top, but it just makes you look like you're really, really healthy. I really like it a whole lot. I don't think it's dark enough because it's a brownish pink. I mean, it's just kind of hard to almost see it even. But I don't think it would be enough to wear by itself, but over something or just as a highlight, it really is going to give you a nice glow. And the next thing I have been wearing the heck out of is this Tom Ford lipstick in Spanish Pink. I got it as I was leaving England at the duty-free shop. So let's see, that was like the 11th of May. So I think I have worn it every day since the 11th of May, and I just absolutely, I mean, I've made a nice little slant to it there, but I absolutely love it. It's just such a beautiful pinkish coral color. The quality is just unbelievable, and it's just a pleasure to use. I know it sounds funny, but I really like it a whole lot. And the next one is, I have so much trouble self-tanning. The only thing that I ever self-tan, because I don't mind being, just being untanned or anything. The only thing that I tan are my legs, and I like to have a little bit of color on my legs because, I don't think I self-tan. I like to have a little color on my legs because, when I wear skirts or dresses, it doesn't look quite so startling. So when I'm approaching someone, it doesn't look quite so startling if I have a little color on it. But, freckles and spots and whatever you have on your legs, they were always drawn out by the color of the self-tanner. So I just never could find one that I really liked. So I got a sample, I think it was a perk with Sephora, of the Tropez Self-Tan Classic, the Mousse. And it just did so well on me. I had never tried this before, and I know it, it gets really good reviews and stuff. So I went back and got a full size of it and the mitt to apply it, because I was applying it with my hands and it's really hard to get off. But it does such a nice color. It isn't over the top, and it doesn't bring out any freckles or bad spots or anything like that. So this is definitely, I use it about twice a week, and it's definitely been one of my favorites. The next one is a website that I want to recommend. It's to be able to, well, all products, but it's especially right now to check your sunscreen. My daughter and my daughter-in-law both are very, very particular about what they put on themselves, but especially what they put on their children. So it's the website is the Environmental Working Group. It's ewg.org. And I will link it below, but you can go in there and you can put the name of your sunscreen in, and it will show you a rating system from 1 to 10, with 1 being it's really safe, it's a good sunscreen to use, be sure that you use it, to 10, throw it away because it's a danger to use out in the sun. So I went in and I put in the sunscreen that I was using, and it came up as a 10. And so my daughter said, "Mom, please don't use that sunscreen. Please look around for something that is a little bit better, that meets your needs." So to be honest, I didn't read much about it. I just put my sunscreen in. It said it was unsafe. I didn't know why. I just switched to another one because it didn't make that much difference as long as it didn't have a lot of oil in it, because I don't like a lot of oil on my body. I don't like greasiness on my body or on my face. So anyway, if you want to, put your sunscreen in there and then find out why they consider it unsafe. Like I said, I'm not really sure. I haven't read enough about it. So do your own reading and see if you agree with what they find. I just switched to a safer sunscreen. The one I have now, I think, came up as a 5, which is a little on the be careful side, but it was better than the red danger zone that I did have. So I thought I would put that out there, and if anybody wants to go look at it and see what they have to say about your sunscreen, then you can go to the link below. And the next one is this mascara from It Cosmetics. It's the Superhero. And I was with Kristen, I think month before last, when we were in Ulta, and so we saw this mascara, and she said, oh, Kristen Game really likes that mascara. So I thought, well, okay, you know, her eyelashes look really good and are really long, so it's kind of dirty because I've been using it so much, so I bought it, and I really, really like it a lot. It was definitely a favorite this month. It's, this is the brush it has, just kind of an average brush, not one of those super skinny ones, but not a big fat one either. And it just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like elastic. It makes your eyelashes like elastic, and it kind of pulls them or something. And, you know, they pull them up like that. But I really like it. It's the Superhero from IT Cosmetics. And I would buy this again. I really liked it. I have not tried the Charlotte Tilbury that everybody's talking about. But I can definitely recommend this one because it really does add a lot of length to your lashes. I liked it a lot. Speaking of sunscreens, and this one I went to the environmental working group and put this one in because I had gotten a sample of it, and I really like the sample to use on my face. It's from Obagi. It's the Sun Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 50 tinted, and I think it came up as a 4. I got the warm tint. They have a cool tint and they have a warm tint. It doesn't particularly add anything, any color or anything like that to your face. It just kind of soaks in, but what I liked about it was when I put it on, it feels very dry and very matte. It doesn't add a whole bunch of grease to your skin, and it tested fairly well on that EWG site. So I really like this a whole lot, and I bought the larger size of it. And the next thing is this Garnier Fructis style Curl Construct Mousse. Called Curl Construct Mousse, and I use it, I've had this for a while, but I use it when I wear my hair natural because it just does the right, it takes down the frizz without weighing your hair down, and it brings out the curl. It brings out the curl without bringing out the frizz, if that makes sense. And if you have fine hair like me, you have to be really careful that you don't put something on too heavy, because it can weigh it down very, very easily. But you have to have something with enough hold that it'll hold that curl in, where it won't get limp or start getting frizzy or anything like that. But it's very touchable, and I use about an egg size, and then I'll put like another half an egg on there and just kind of run it all through. But I've used this for quite a bit, and with the weather getting hot, I've worn my hair natural more and definitely reached for this again. And my last thing is not a beauty item. When Doug and I were in England, we got in the habit of, you know, our internal clock got switched to their time, and so when we got back home, we decided to still get up, you know, very early. We've been going to bed a lot earlier sometimes with the sun still up, so we like to watch TV in bed and then just kind of drift off to sleep. I just love, that's my favorite thing. But one of my favorite things of the day is getting in bed with Doug and the dog, Oliver, and just watching TV. And so I've gotten in the habit of doing my next favorite thing, and that is drinking this, getting a little pod, you know, and putting it, the little pod in the machine of the Starbucks Salted Caramel Hot Cocoa. And I know it's not good for me. I know it has 90 calories. So what I will do is I try not to do it every day because I really want to every night when I get in bed. I want to have that hot chocolate. So what I try to do is if I want to have it that night, I will try to eat less calories during the day so that I can have enough calories left over to do this. The Swiss Miss has one that's 60 calories, so that's a little bit better. But my favorite is this Salted Caramel by Starbucks. So it just makes me feel warm and cozy inside. Even though it's really hot out, I still like to drink a hot drink at night and just kind of go off to sleep. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a terrific weekend, and I'll see everybody soon. And thanks again. Bye-bye.